to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing an updated foundation and brow routine. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I'm pretty sure it's changed since my last one. I can't remember because it really was, I feel like it was like forever ago that I did it. But I figured I'd go ahead and do an updated one. Plus, this way when I do tutorials, I can just kind of leave the foundation, concealer, and brows out because that pretty much stays consistent through everything. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy and find this helpful, and let's get started. So first I'm going to start by moisturizing my skin, and I'm going to be using the Clean and Clear Morning Burst Gel Moisturizer. I've been using this one for like a solid year now, I think, and I love this stuff. This is probably my third or fourth bottle of it. I really love it, and I think it's just a really great all year round kind of moisturizer. I'm sure once it gets a little bit colder, I'll probably switch to something heavier, but this one works for now. After that, I normally go ahead and prime my face if I want to use primer that day, and 9 times out of 10 I reach for this bad boy, which is the Professional from Benefit. Now as for foundation, my skin, as you can see, is pretty clear, so I don't need a ton of coverage. So typically what I use day to day is the NYX BB Cream in Nude. I think you guys have heard me talk about this 1 or 2 times before, but I'm obsessed with this stuff. Again, this is probably like my third or fourth bottle of it. I'm in love. But if I do want a full coverage, or I need a full coverage that day, or if I know I'm going to go out and need my makeup to last, I will go for the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. But today, I'm just filming, hanging out at home, so I'm going to go ahead and use my BB cream. And to apply it, I just use my tried and true damp beauty blender.
What a familiar face. Do you wanna meet now? So fixated on the girl with the socks on. Hair all over the place.
So for concealer, I'm going to be using my holy grail, which is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC15. And again, I'm just going to be using my beauty blender to blend that out.
And sure, cold and I burn. I guess I'll never learn. It's to stay in that attitude.
Concealer, I usually go for a translucent powder, but I've actually been really into using the Anastasia contour kit, and I've been using a mixture of the pink shade and the banana shade. And then to set the rest of my makeup, I'm just going to be using the L'Oreal True Match Mineral Powder. Alright, so that's pretty much all I do for foundation, so now on to the brows. So for brows, I go right back to Anastasia, and I actually use the brush and the dipbrow pomade. This is the number 12 brush. They sell right alongside this stuff at Sephora or Ulta. And the color I use, of course, is blonde. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of brush through my brows, kind of get them going all the same way. Then I'm going to take my brush and just kind of scoop a little bit of the product out, and then I'm actually going to go on the back of my hand and just kind of warm it up back there. Just kind of spread it around and get the brush kind of coated nicely with the product. So for some reason, I typically start with my left brow because that's the easiest one. So I'm going to go ahead and go in, and I usually start kind of right through here at the arch, just to kind of build up the darkness because my brush does have the most product on it right now. So I want to get the most, darkness over here at the tail, and then kind of start to lighten it up and fade it out towards the inner part. Once I get to this inner part, I kind of like to take whatever is left on my brush and just kind of flick it upwards just to kind of fade it out towards the top. And then if my brow gets a little too thick, I just go in with a little Q-tip and I kind of round out the sharp edge over here.
seem to be having any effect now. Falling all over the place.
And then I just go in with the spoolie side again and just kind of comb through my brow.
Body's flooding me and talking.
Alright, so now for the difficult brow. For some reason, this one just gives me more trouble than it seems worth sometimes because it never really wants to look anywhere near like this one. So here's to hoping it works out today. So to at least try and achieve an arch kind of like this one over here, because my hair doesn't really grow up top as heavily as this one does, I do kind of go, again, I start from the underneath arch and I kind of make an X. So I start going up and then I turn my brush down and I kind of cross over top that first line to kind of get a nice heavy arch, if that makes sense. I'm no brow expert, this is just what I've learned over time to get the brow that I want, so just stay with me.
Small town. They dancing on the people we get around. What a familiar face. Do you wanna meet now? Something sexy on the go.
Alright guys, so that's actually it for my foundation and brow routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time.